Hello vintage outboard motor fans, this is T Mike. I'm making another video today. Today's video is going to be named Barrel Tips for Testing Your Vintage Outboard Motor. That's right, I'm going to give you the tips on how to test your vintage outboard motor in a water barrel before putting it out on the lake. So if everybody's ready, here we go. All right, so I can't tell you how many times I've answered the question or asked the question, how much water do you have in your barrel? Okay, I have a technical consulting link on my website, and I get all kind of questions about my motor's overheating, it's not putting out water, it runs for a while and dies. And the first question I ask is, how much water do you have in your barrel? And how big of a barrel are you using? And 9 out of 10 times they're using a little 5-gallon bucket and the water's not high enough. And I understand if you're new to vintage outboards, you think that you just got to put the prop in the water, but you have to put more water than that. And I'm going to explain those tips to you right now. I'm going to start with the right barrel to use, how much water to put, and then the reasons why you have to have the right amount of water. So we'll go over those tips right now. All right, I like to use the Boudreaux trash cans for my use. This trash can is the large size, and I like to cut out a hole in the front of it for the clamps to be able to get it down deeper so that the water can be put all the way up to here. So that's the design. I also like to put a valve here at the bottom to empty it out because there's so much water in here, it's hard to move around. So when you fill it with water, all right, you want to have the prop off. You want to take the prop off, and the water has to be above the impeller. Now the water pump impeller is sitting right here in a housing, okay? So the impeller that's on these motors, it's not a pump. It doesn't pump water up, it pushes water. So it has to be below the water, has to be at least up to here, so it can push the water up and out the blowhole, okay? So that's the answer. The answer is the water needs to be all the way up to the clamps right here, above the impeller, for it to be able to push the water out of the blowhole. All right, so the basic tips are, get you a big enough barrel, take the prop off, and put enough water above the impeller to test your motors. Hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. See you on next video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it. If you did, hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button and catch all my videos. You know, my passion are these vintage outboard motors. Johnson and Evinrude, 1950s, 60s, and 70s, 3 horsepower to 18 horsepower. I think I have all the videos, over 500 videos, on everything you need to know to repair, service, and restore your vintage outboard motors. I have all the parts, all the videos, and all the parts manuals for you to do that. I love what I do. The best way to reach me is on my website, tmikevintageoutboards.com. You go to that website, I have links for everything you need. I have links for all the parts you need. If you don't know the parts you need, there's a link called the Parts Broker where you can fill out the form and submit it to me, and I'll find your part for you. All right. I also have a link for a mail-in repair service where you can ship me your carburetor, your gear case, or your magneto. I'll repair it, video it, put it on YouTube, and ship it back to you. I also have a link for technical consulting. If you have a question, just fill out the link. There's a donation page if you want to help pay T Mike, and I'll answer your question and get back to you. That's the best way to reach me, is on my website, tmikevintageoutboards.com. I love what I do. It's been a great ride. And remember, always remember, and never forget, here at T Mike's Vintage Outboards, we're doing it one motor at a time.